Hello, everyone.
I'm trying to wear this, but it doesn't want to stay. Hi.
Hello.
I have a special guest today.
You do, and you're so festive.
Oh my gosh, it's almost Christmas. Santa's coming. Oh my goodness. Okay, so can you hear us just fine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Fantastic. So, hey everybody, welcome to Mondays with Marley. I am Marley Bird. That's my best friend Robin, and this is Josiah. This is your favorite baby bird, is what he called himself. Yeah. If you don't know, I think we talked about it last time. Josiah has been working with me and Robin all summer long, working on social media. He is a marketing major, but he might be changing that major up at school.
Who knows?
So I told him, I was like, hey, your mom could use some help. You want to come help me? And you guys know I was his coach for several years. So we've worked together really closely before. So it's actually been really good. I don't mean to sound like shocked by it, but even John is like, how is he working with you? Because I'm not easy to work with. I mean, with Robin, I think I'm easier to work with, but when I'm trying to tell people how to do something, I don't have the patience. I don't sit back and I'm very much of go figure it out. Stop asking me. I've got to do my work. You do your work. And Kaden and John just don't like that. And I get it. That's not how ideally somebody should be. But when I'm so busy with my work, that's the reason I hired you, is to come in and do your work. I don't need to do your work too. But anyways, he's done such a great job. He has tackled learning how to edit. He had never even been in Final Cut Pro, and he just edited his first video. You guys will see it tomorrow. It'll be on the YouTube channel. It's adorable. It's him and Jordan and Taylor, and they're playing a game of answer 10 questions for non-knitter. 10 questions for knitters and crocheters, who people are not knitters and crocheters. And there's an 11th question that's a bonus question. And it's just them, and they're sitting in the area that Josiah made up for all of Christmas in July over in the studio. So anyways, all of that is to say, Josiah is here today to tell us what he has up his sleeve for Christmas in July. We're going to talk a little bit about what Chrissy is working on her side. We should have invited Chrissy too. And then I will talk a little tiny bit about what I'm doing on my side. So yes, that means there are 3 different things happening for Christmas in July here at marleybird.com. So you definitely want to tune in. You don't want to miss even a single day, because it's going to be a lot of fun. So, hey, you want to talk to anybody or say hi or hey?
Good afternoon and good morning to everyone. I see some people that are, good morning and good afternoon.
That's
you want me to talk about Christmas in July right
now? Not yet. So first, Josiah, what everybody really cares about is how is it actually working with your mom? Not what she says, what you say.
Well,
we're with friends.
We're all friends here.
It's very interesting because I've learned to realize that sometimes I want to go to the expert for some things, but then I just realize that it's probably better if I just go to ChatGPT or something, because if I go downstairs and try to talk to my mom about it, she's not going to be happy. So I just decide to search it up, like she said.
So he figures it out. Life skills. These are life skills.
It's an interesting relationship.
Okay, so have you garnered any respect for what I do? Is it as easy as you thought it would be?
Well, I didn't really have a difficulty for what I thought it was going to be, but I had my first in Final Cut Pro yesterday. I thought I lost my whole video right after I finished editing all of it.
For 5 hours.
I spent 5 hours on it, and at the end, it closed, and then the library was gone, and everything just crashed. And I was like, there is no way that just happened to me.
And I was laughing like this. And I was like, I said, I know this is not funny, but I have so been where you are that I feel this immensely for you. He had this face.
I was so depressed.
He was like, you're kidding me, bro. You're kidding me. But we found
5 hours.
We found it. I had to close the computer and redo things, but we found it, so it worked. But
Yeah, good. That's all good. That's good. I can't tell you how many times it's happened to your mom and I, like, or that like we've filmed something really, really complicated to the point where like you can't refilm it because you've cut something, you've done something, and then it like the sound doesn't work. And you were like, what do you mean the sound doesn't work?
Yeah.
Like I can't redo it.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Mhm.
But he's getting really good at scheduling social media posts. So all the posts you guys are seeing on Facebook, that's all Josiah. It's kind of cute because he'll come in, he's like, I got like 20 likes today, Mom. And then he gets really excited when they really take off. He's like, what did I do on this one? I'm like, I don't know. Facebook is fickle. It's some days it's like I know, it's so terrible.
It's usually the ones that you're in.
The ones that I'm in.
Yes.
He's convinced that you guys like it when I'm in the pictures.
I like it when you're in the picture. So
yeah, he's convinced.
I don't think there's been a single one that's gotten over like 50 likes that hasn't had you in the picture.
I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
I think this stuff like this is great. Like, and I think in terms of like different people that you work for, your mom is pretty classic of go figure it out. Like all of the bosses I've ever had was, you can come ask me a question, but make sure it's an educated question that you've already gone down the path of like trying to figure out what it is. And you're coming to me with like, hey, I looked in this book. It was books back then, by the way, because I was an engineer. So like I've done all this. And then, so like, yes, I think it's very smart of you to be like, I will ask ChatGPT first, and then I will ask the boss.
Yeah.
Well, it's because, I mean, this is maybe my own hiccup or whatever, but I hate the idea of you hire somebody to do something. They come to you and they ask for help, but it's not just, oh, I need help with this little thing. It's now I have to take out 2 hours of my time to essentially do what I just hired you to do, to show you how to do. I don't want to show you how to do it. I want you just to go do it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's how I feel. But especially when it comes to social media, because I'm like, I tell him, I'm like, you can do anything you want. I'm like, you literally don't have to ask me, can I do this? Like he has restrictions that he's not allowed to curse. You know what I mean? He like little things like that. But in the grand scheme of it all, I'm like, dude, it's like throwing pasta at the wall. I don't know. See what sticks. Just do anything.
Anything works. It's the consistency that matters.
Yeah. So he's been doing a good job. I mean, every day he goes in and makes sure everything's posted. And then last week, I don't know if y'all saw the email from him. He was like, Mom, I'm going to do an email. And I said, okay. And then he put together the whole head of the email. Like he went into Canva and changed all the stuff. And I did show him how to make a template for that inside a kit. Cause I mean, it's just easier for me to show that. But then he wrote the whole email. He did all the links. He did all the things. And he's like, is this good? And I said, I think it's great. I said, I think it's entertaining, but who knows? I have no idea. Robin, we've never had more people send us a response to an email than that email. Like it was wild.
Because everybody wants to know how it is. I mean, I think most people have that love of like, oh, it would be amazing to work with my kid, and that they actually enjoy working.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think it's
Thank you for the great comments here.
Everybody loves it.
You. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's been really nice. But then day before yesterday, Saturday, the video you guys are going to see tomorrow that he's been editing, Jordan and Taylor and he were all down here playing that game, and they had to restart it like 6 or 7 times. And I'm like, it's not that easy, is it? Like, they're like, I don't know what to say. And I'm just like spitting it out. And they're just like, how do you do that? I'm like, I 17 years, I've been doing this 17 years, you know, but they did a really good job. And I hope you guys have fun with it, because it's very kind of cheeky and just, it's supposed to be having a good time. And, but yeah, so one of the things that we had to explain to Josiah is how Christmas in July works. So he kept telling me, Mom, Christmas in July, what are we doing for Christmas in July? And like, he just didn't fully grasp the whole idea of what we're doing. And so I sat down with him and I'm like, let me explain to you how Christmas in July is just a generic term in the sense of a lot of different companies, not just knitting and crochet, celebrate Christmas in July. To which he
Right.
was very brilliant. Why do we do Christmas in July as knitters and crocheters? You told me why. You asked me.
Oh, because it takes a while for you to make the patterns and stuff. So you have to get you have to get the
longer
queue
time.
in so you know what you're making for gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
So you need
Bingo.
to know in advance.
Right. And so
Mhm.
I'm like, perfect. So you know exactly why we're doing it.
Right.
Now, here's what's happening. So I told him about the annual Makealong that we do, and then I said, we're doing something different this year. Instead of 24 days of quickies like we do in December, we're doing 25 days of Christmas in July. Chrissy's doing all of that. So we have that starting up. And then I said, here's something that you could do. I said, you're already picking and choosing different patterns to highlight. Why don't you pick and choose a pattern a day, whatever it is, film it on, like do a reel for it with you or Tam or Taylor or whoever. And then you could highlight that pattern for the day. If it's free, we could highlight that it's free. If there's a pattern PDF, you could give a discount for it. Like you could do a big thing. And then I also said, I have a bunch of exclusive Erin Lane bags, the Marley Made Me Do It bags. I have a whole bunch of those. I was like, why don't you give one of those away each day? But we'll pick the winners at the very end. So on the reels that he's doing, people have to leave a comment, and that's their chance to win a bag. And at the end of Christmas in July, he'll go and select all the winners. And then he's in charge of mailing all that out. Because that was the next thing. I said, I'll give them to you, but you're in charge of mailing all that out. Mm-hmm. Listen to Robin here. I don't do mail. Mm-mm.
Even if you think like, oh, Mom, all you have to do is XYZ. No. I mean, from every detail, Josiah, from shoving it in the bag, putting the label on, to driving it to wherever it needs to go, to the mailbox, you have to do it all before you leave for school. Because otherwise, it will be there until you come home for winter break.
Yes.
I've had my fair share of my mom coming to tell me that I have to go take stuff to the mail office because she didn't want to. So
yeah,
I understand.
I hate shipping. I hate it.
Wasn't it worse when we lived in Colorado because it was so far away or something?
It was so far away.
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes away.
But it's the whole process of putting in the address and making sure it's right and paying the postage and printing out the thing and putting it in the box and taping it up. That whole process, that minutia that goes into it, I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that.
I like
nothing.
All of that. I
hate it.
Anything that's simple and like automated. Yep. Sign me up.
Yep. I hate it.
Well, that's anyways, super fun. So,
yeah.
So Josiah, do you have some ideas of what you're going to do every day?
Well, I'm doing the pattern spotlight every day. I know that for a fact, but I'm still thinking of like stuff to do other than that. So I'm doing a video on July 1st that's coming out, but I'm still gonna have to make some other videos. I think I might do some other YouTube videos, but we'll see.
But we filmed a bunch of like when they were all here. So like I had the whole Fudge family here practically. I just didn't have Christian. We need to get Christian here to do some pictures.
That poor family. They didn't even know what they were getting into. You're gonna be my friend.
Over in that side of the studio, right here, you'd see I've got 7 bins of the big bins, guys, big bins of all my samples. They're all laid out over there. And everybody was going through all of them like, oh, I like this one, and putting it on. And then we had Christmas music and some other music happening, and they would get in front of the camera and we hit record and they would dance in the whatever it was. And then it was like, this is going to be one of the patterns. So there's a variety of things. There's sweaters, there's hats, there's shawls, there's scarves, there's cowls. Nobody put on socks.
No one wants to see my feet.
Nobody wants to see her, which is funny because you were wearing Birkenstocks the whole time.
Oh yeah. Sorry in advance.
But you filmed a bunch of that stuff so that you have things going on. But yeah, he told me
do you have all of them picked out?
So we have all the videos done. So now he's got to go through and see what was filmed and find out what that is. And he has a spreadsheet going on. I shared it with you. That he's now filling out all the names so that he has the name, the link, whether it's a paid pattern, if there's a coupon, he's got to make the coupon code, so he has a whole spreadsheet ready to go for all of that. Yeah.
So
it's
Chrissy,
pretty cool.
So if you need somebody, you just text Chrissy.
Yes.
That's who you're going to connect with.
Yes.
Don't talk to your mom. Talk to Chrissy.
Chrissy's amazing. But here you go.
Yeah.
Lots of love.
Thank you, Sandra.
Lots of love.
Mm-hmm.
So besides all that, like he'll also be in charge of promoting the 25 days of Christmas in July that Chrissy's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said that he would help Chrissy with making the collages for her, so that would help kind of take some of that off of her plate, because she's got a lot happening. Because with Chrissy, you guys, it'll be a main blog post with, it's like, here's the 25 days of Christmas in July. And each day starting July 7th, she will have essentially like a topic. Say it's tree skirts. Here's tree skirts. Here are the benefits of, making your own tree skirt. You want a whole bunch of designs? Click here. It's going to take you to another page of a bunch of pattern links and wonderful tree skirt patterns from me and other designers that we're friends with, so that you now have a whole plethora of design ideas that you could take part of. And so she's going to do that for each day. So she'll have 25 individual posts going on, which will be great for all of you, because you'll have you'll have a location that you can always go for all of these posts, right?
Right. So she's done all the research. It's like when you're like going to Pinterest or you're going to Ravel or you're looking for a project, Christy's already done it. So that she tried to make it easy on you. Yeah.
So Joey's going to help her with all the graphic stuff for that, so that way he can help promote that. What else did you had another idea, and I can't remember what it was all of a sudden off the top of my head.
Well, I love the idea for the bag. So again, they just comment on the social media to be entered.
Yeah. So I don't know whatever he decides, however he decides to make it where they need to comment, it'll be one location, and he'll mix it up between Instagram and Facebook. And he started TikTok too. Did I tell you that? He started up my TikTok.
I don't know if you told everybody else.
I don't know if I told her. Yeah. I'm on TikTok now, everybody. You can thanks to him. So come follow me on TikTok, please. I think I'm the Marley Bird over there. I'm usually the Marley Bird everywhere. But yeah, it'll probably be between Facebook and Instagram, because those are the two main places. I mean, maybe YouTube too, probably, if he's doing a video. Yeah, because we did the video and you mentioned it in the video, people needed to comment for a chance to win. So tomorrow's video will be your first chance to win one of those bags. So you'll have to leave a comment to win the bag, and they'll tell you what the comment needs to be about. It's at the end of the video. So please watch the whole video through. It helps.
So perfect. So it's all explained in the video. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Josiah, what do you think? So going through all of your mom's projects, what do you think she has the most of? Like what kind of project?
What are those? What is the cowls? Is that the neck, like the sweater? Or
you said shawls and cowls.
Shawls and cowls and sweaters. She has an obscene amount of those. I keep telling her she needs more summer patterns. She doesn't have enough summer patterns.
Yeah.
Everything's winter.
But he told me this in June. You got to start making summer patterns in April.
I didn't start working for you till June.
I know. So, I mean, that's the hard part.
We're just ahead of the curve, Marley. We're just do it for next year. Yeah. We're just ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No summer patterns.
Nope.
But he also was disturbed with how few men's patterns that I have that are his size. Because when I was doing a lot of men's patterns for the magazines, they had to fit the models. So they're like mediums and larges. So he was asking for the sweater that you have, the vest.
I have it.
Because he was like, where's the one you made me? And I'm like, I don't have it. It's with Robin.
One day I'll get it.
But
one day.
Right. So he and Jordan both squeezed into the vest that we did last year or 2 years ago for Jolly Holiday or whatever it was. So they both put those on.
I didn't. I just left it.
You just left it open. He put the crochet one on and just left it open. And then Jordan put it on and whatever. It was cute. And then I know that some of the stuff that they picked were items that are in the Marley Birdhouse, which he was like, is this okay? And I told him, I said, yeah, just give a discount to, like, he picked some of the game day stuff. And I'm like, just give a discount to the Marley Birdhouse. Let people get in there.
Right.
He was like, okay. And essentially, like, I keep telling him, I'm like, literally do whatever you want. Like sky's the limit. Just, if you want to give something away for free, give something away for free. You do whatever you think is going to help with the social media stuff, because as you guys know, it's all about the interaction and the connection you make with people, whether people buy or not buy. It's that general connection that helps with the promotion of stuff. So Yeah, that's kind of cool. You're not usually this quiet. I'm a little bit shocked that you're being so quiet.
You've been speaking.
I know. I
That's
talk
what
a
your
lot.
mom
Just
does.
jump in.
Yes. You
Let's
just
just
have to
say,
like dive.
Just get in there.
let's just say I have a long July ahead of me.
You
But
do,
Long
because
July.
it is amazing how much work it takes to just highlight one thing, and now you have to do one thing a day. Because
Yeah.
even when we do Jolly Holiday and we're releasing one pattern a day, like every step of it takes a long time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
it's
Like when
just
we-
that mental load of if you've already picked the patterns, that's even better. Because it's like you're like, oh, I'll just grab anything. Well, that
Yeah.
never works out.
Yeah.
those reels we did the other day, what did you think? Like
What
the
reels?
first day that we made all those reels and we edited our first reel. What was your
The one with the
shawls
and
Yeah.
stuff. Well, I just didn't know it was going to take that long because she's the one who edited that one because I had no clue how to edit it. And it still took her like an hour and a half to do it. And I was like, I'm going to take so long to edit this.
Yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't take that long when I do my first reel. So we'll see.
It is
He
crazy.
keeps trying to come up with different ideas for transitions and stuff. So if you guys have suggestions, like send them to us. Like if you see an Instagram post from somebody that they did a cool transition or something, you're like, hey, this would be fun. Like send it to us because we're trying to come up with different ideas. It's tricky, you know? I mean,
Oh.
I'm only so creative. I can dance. It's really cute. Like I don't know if you got it on your video. I took a video of him and Taylor dancing. It was so funny. Like I just loved it. And I was just like, I hope we get to post that. But yeah, so that's what he's doing. And then what everybody's been waiting for the Christmas in July Makealong. So I'm hoping to get information up on July 1st for people to start having an idea of, not an idea,
a video, a reel.
We'll
Everyone ask her for a reel on July 1st.
Okay. So I want to have help me out with this, Robin. I don't know what to say or not to say at this point.
Okay. I don't want you to say anything. So before the 7th, because like really July 7th through the 31st, that's like when like that's when like all three things are going to be happening at the same time.
Because the Makealong will begin on the 11th.
So before the 7th, you are going to release all the details, but it's going to be a separate live where you're going to go through, because just like what we do with like most of the Makealongs, there's going to be a free version and there's going to be a paid version. And like you guys know that it's not always the same project, free versus the paid. And like there's lots of differences between. So Marley this week is going to release like supply lists. And then she's going to be before the 7th when Chrissy gets started. She's going to release where you can buy and then have a live explaining exactly
what you get,
what you need.
Because yes, there is a free, just so like she said, where you can buy. So there is a free, obviously supported by ads on the website. But then there also, you could purchase just the PDF of what the free one is, or you could get the VIP, which is a heck of a lot more. A heck of a lot more than what the free are doing. A heck of a lot more. And that's where.
But not to get into like too many details. But we will say that like no matter what you choose, whether it's the free or the paid, you'll still have plenty of time to get your yarn and to get started and all of that. Like none of that will affect you.
Yeah. Honestly, that's why I want to try and get the supply list stuff out as soon as possible. Like I just had a conversation today with We Crochet to confirm some of the yarn that they have, so that way I could suggest that to make sure they have the colors and such. And then I already told you guys this whole story about Michael's when I was there, which we have to go to a different Michael's to pick up a white color because they didn't have white where I was. And I'm making this thing and I'm like, where's my white? Because there's a lot of white in Christmas holiday stuff. I don't know if you guys know this. It's a lot of white. So I don't have white. I was like, well, this is the problem. So the Michael's yarn, and then I've picked a couple of other yarns just because I want you guys to have some options, because I know that with Joanne's closing especially, there's, you know, our choices are limited. So yes, I will give you enough warning so that you can either go to your local Michael's or order from Michael's or order online and get the items before July 11th. And then the Makealong will go from July 11th through the 31st. Yep. That's how that goes. Okay.
Yeah, you're right, Sandra. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
There will be a Christmas in July, a Chrissy July event, which is the 25 days of Christmas in July, and then the Marley Makealong, which I think I'm going to call Deck the Halls. You'll see that the Deck the Halls, because
you could have a different word. Never mind.
What?
You can make it like deck the balls for like yarn balls, you know? That's a good play on words. Like
this
you
is
have
my son.
What's
this
that?
Is
no,
so my son.
The 25 days of quickies. It's kind of
yes,
like
I know.
So
I get you.
The balls,
I
yarn
get you.
balls.
You're absolutely right, Josiah. That's exactly what she should call it.
Deck the balls.
Yeah.
Because now that's the only thing your mom's gonna say every time she talks about it. That's what she's gonna talk about.
Next thing you're gonna say, I should get a willy warmer or something.
That's the free one.
The free one, the willy warmer.
Free one's a willy warmer. Confirmed.
Free willy warmer.
Yeah.
For Deck the Balls.
It's just a different event that you guys are doing. That's all.
Yeah. So it's all essentially, you want to make sure that you're going to marleybird.com all month of July, because there will be a blog post every single day. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, right? So that, and then you hit the bell, so when the new video comes up, you're notified. And then make sure that you are following me on Instagram and TikTok, so that when things go up there, like, that's essentially all it is. Like, just
yes.
Stay with us.
Yeah, Christmas in July is happening on social media with Josiah, on the website with Chrissy, and then it'll be in YouTube.
Marley Bird
with
House.
Marlon.
Yes.
So every place that we are, there'll be something going on.
Yes.
And if you are like obsessed that you don't want to miss anything, make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter, because that will be the most place where you'll get updated.
Yeah, always the newsletter. Which, are you going to do more newsletters? Do you want to do more newsletters?
Sure. Because
you kind of took it, like, it's the Thursday newsletter is supposed to be for me, and so that's why we called it the takeover. But do you guys want to see more newsletters from him? Like, what do you want? Let's do some market analysis.
I just don't want to disappoint everyone. You know, what if I don't do a good newsletter? What if I have some bad patterns on there?
I don't know.
Once again,
really
I think
well.
you need to talk to Chrissy. She had the exact same worries, and there's no worries in there.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job. Yeah. I think it's fun.
I'll do some more newsletters for you guys. Don't worry.
But also, please don't, like, what he's doing just for Christmas in July will take him forever.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So my goal here, I know that we talked about this, Robin, is that he likes what he's doing enough that he can continue doing it when he's up at school. Because believe it or not, he has a lot of downtime. Like, he has school and he has track, but there's a lot of downtime. And so he had told me before, he's like, I need to get a job. I'm like, well, if this is going well, and it's
and
we're
you like it.
Yeah. Like, this is great. And then I said, plus this, if you're going into this kind of stuff in the future, if this is what you choose to do, like, you're getting a lot of really great skills that you can start building on. Like, I told him, I'm like, you should start your own little side gig business thing and use some of what you're learning here over there. And he was like, well, it's not going to do as well. Like, with you, I'm jumping in with an established audience. I'm like, I get that.
Right.
But you are learning things that will help you with other people. And the thing that I'm learning the most, honestly, is the idea of learning what his generation wants to see, both in what we're making and what they want to see socially. The hard part is, of course, they want to do amigurumi, right? Because, like, he saw Rory. Tell him what you thought of Rory.
I didn't think he was that big, dude. He's huge.
Huge.
Where is he?
Yeah.
over there. You want to go get him?
Sure.
Go grab him. Yeah, he saw Rory. So he posted about Rory. And then we're in the back room getting all the stuff out. And he's like, is that Rory? And I go, yeah. He goes, I had no idea it was that big. I'm like, didn't you see me holding him in the picture? Like, it's huge.
He's not. Rory is not little.
Where is it?
Right there. Right there.
Threw it away.
Yeah. So, anyways, but kind of getting an idea, because then, you know, how many of us want to make things for our kids or our grandkids or, you know, kids of this age? Look how big that thing is. It's so big.
This is what you get for Deck the Balls.
That is like the best thing. And with Jurassic Park coming out, this is like perfect.
I know.
We should take Rory to go see Jurassic Park. Like, take videos of you going in. And of course, you can't videotape the movie.
You can't, right?
But you could be like, Rory, what'd you think?
Emotional support. Animal.
Yes, the emotional support
exactly.
raptor. Oh my gosh, that needs to happen. I'll buy your ticket.
My son is so excited to go see that movie.
Yeah, you should totally do that. You guys could go, like you and Jordan. Jordan would totally be all over it. Jordan is like, he's such a ham and he's so perfect in front of the camera. It is awesome. Like the whole Fudge family. I'm telling you. Did you see my reel with Angela where she was dancing in the Creekside tunic or the tee or whatever it is? And she looks so cute. I was like, ugh. So I gave that to her because I was like, it fit her and it doesn't fit me anymore. And so I was like, do you want that? She was like, oh my gosh, yes. But yeah, so I think that would be fun. Josiah, they want to know, do you crochet or knit?
As you will find out in the YouTube video, I do not do both either.
So when he was a little kid, when all the kids were little, I taught them how to knit. Just basically, I cast on some circular needles and I just taught them how to knit, but it wasn't something that they kept up with, except Alora. Alora knows how to knit, but the boys just didn't keep up with it. But I have a feeling he might pick it up.
Well, like you talked to Alora and like she's convinced she can crochet because she edits all my videos.
Yes.
And I 100% would believe her that she could crochet just from watching them.
Yeah. And she's another example of somebody who gets really mad at me because she comes to me and asks me for help for crochet. And I'm like, there's a video for that. Go watch a video. She gets so mad at me. You know this. She's like, I want to learn to crochet. I live with Marley Bird and she won't teach me.
She won't teach me. She's awful.
I'm just like, there's a video. I'm taught it. Go watch the video.
Or ChatGPT.
Or Chat. No. You don't want to go learn on ChatGPT. You want to learn from me. Craig is, you know who Craig is down the street. He said if he needs a dude to knit with, he can come over.
All right.
You can come over here too. You got to come see the Christmas in July space, Craig. It's pretty awesome. Let's see here. I'm going to try and answer some of the questions here. Look at you, Christmas cuties. Thank you, Lauren. I pulled these out because these were in I have a whole bin of all my 24 days of quickies garb. So these were in there and I was like, hey, we could throw these on. Let's see here. Yes, the Deck the Balls. I can't call it Deck the Balls. It's got to be Deck the Halls.
Deck the Balls, man.
Deck the Balls. No.
Free Willy warmer.
Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. VIP. Everybody likes VIP. Sandra says dresses for teens, like making dresses for teens. You know what? I did see I think I sent it to you, a dress pattern that somebody had did for crochet. And I was like, that is adorable. And it seemed like something that would not be that difficult to do. And I say that with tongue in cheek, like it not hard.
But I mean, of course it's hard because it's a dress. Like, so it takes time.
But not difficult. I don't know. Here you go. What does this say here? I get it. Josiah will run the business or Marley plays with the yarn. Yes, pretty much. I've always worked with family members. It's great mostly. Well, I'm telling you, like I've told him specifically, and I told Caden and John, like I'm really enjoying working with him because he doesn't. I don't know. Again, I keep attributing it to the fact that I was his coach. It feels very much like coach-athlete relationship is what it feels like. Yeah. And maybe that's it. I mean, we've established this over 5 years now, and maybe that's just where we are. And I don't know.
I have 2 coaches, her and ChatGPT.
You're funny. You're funny.
No, but it's
Anyways.
very true. Having that relationship is really important. And I can see it with Will and Mark. Like they talk about everything very differently because they're coach and hockey player.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the bonuses of him working with me is so that he could work out during the summer, because you guys know he's a college athlete, him and Caden both. But Caden is working with John. This is not funny. Caden works with John. Josiah works with me. So that totally fits. But we've made it so that way JoJo and I are the ones. I get 3:00 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, go to Coach G's so that we can lift. And then Tuesday, Thursdays where we go and throw. And so Caden wants to start coming and throwing with us. And so he was asking us to go later. And I was like, I can't go later. And I said, listen, it's not that I don't want to. You have to understand, I've been on this 3:00 timeline for half of a year now. I can't deviate from it or I will be done. I will be done. Y'all know this about me. You guys know this about me. I just can't do it. So, I told him, I said, why don't you try and leave just an hour earlier on those days? I know you're trying to make all the money for school and stuff. Just leave an hour earlier on those days. On the other days, just stay a half an hour later and you can come and throw with us. And he was like, well, maybe I'll do that.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, so this allows him to not only work with me, have a flexible schedule so that way he can still work out and get things done. We're both on a diet or a lifestyle change. I don't want to call it a diet. It's a lifestyle change, trying to get our bodies into a good place. And I don't know. Anything else you want to share? Anything you want to tell the people? What do you want from them? Like what could they do to help you with your job? Comment.
Comment
and
like and repost if you want.
Yes. Comments are big for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Show your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
That'll make my job easier because then I can show my boss how good I am.
You're so funny. Yeah. Do you want to show them these 2 hats? I do want to point this out. Like we got these published last week.
These?
Yeah. So I'm going to have you try them on. You guys know that these were the bonus patterns in the VIP for the Prism Makealong. You got it sideways. There you go. But they are now added to the Prism Makealong. So that is the Prism Trail knit hat. It's reversible. So is the crochet one. They're both reversible. And this one is the Color Echo crochet hat. They are available if you bought VIP for Prism. They are both in there. And then they are both for sale also on Ravelry right now. They're both for sale on Ravelry. And let me go look at something because I'm gonna confirm this before I say it out loud. I'm pretty sure that there's a coupon for them, but I gotta go see. Yes. So it ends today. If you use the coupon code PRISM, I think you get 50% off. So if you want either one of these hats, you use coupon code PRISM in Ravelry, you will get
reversible, like you can reverse it this way.
Yeah, but I already have you can't do it right now because you have
to take the pom-pom off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyways, 50% off. There's the crochet one.
I like the fact that you think that he can't put on the hat himself.
I know. I'm sorry.
That was like the most mom thing I've seen you do, that you were like, here, honey, I'll put the hat on for you.
I know. I'm terrible. It looks good though.
I would 100% do the same thing to William.
I know, right? You just do it. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so use the code PRISM. It ends at midnight tonight. You get 50% off. I'll send you guys, let me give you a link to my why is this over here now? Let me give you a link to my Ravelry store, and then you guys can just get them from there. Maybe because it's easier that way. Maybe.
Can you just link to the pattern?
I could, but then you have to go through.
Then you have to put in the code.
It's like, yeah, here.
Have it already put in.
Copy. And where are we? There we are. So many tabs. Paste. And then I'll paste it in the description too. So that way it'll be there for those of you who are watching and want to take part of this. But remember, it ends tonight. No, it ends tomorrow, July 1st, midnight tomorrow.
Okay.
Midnight tomorrow.
Then they got a little bit of time.
Yeah, midnight tomorrow. And I will put this, I'm going to put it down at the bottom of, let's see, Ravelry store. And then there you go.
What is the title of the stream?
Of what?
The stream.
What stream?
This stream.
This is Mondays with Marley, episode 24, season 1. Joining. Oh, it's not joining Crochet Motifs. It's Christmas in July.
People are probably confused.
Yeah, Christmas in July countdown. Deck the halls.
I like the editing in real time.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to add the with Josiah.
I did add. Okay, deck the halls with Josiah. Oh, it's too long. It's too long. I could do Xmas in July. I don't like to write Xmas in July, but I did it. Okay, so I saved it. It's all done. Edited in real time. Okay. I think that's everything. That's a whole lot. There's a whole lot going on. If you guys don't know, like I've been planning like the Christmas in July the whole month of June. So it's been an adventure. But we're almost here and we're gonna push through. So hopefully you guys will stick with us. And whenever you're like out and about and you're just waiting in line at Disney or sitting by the ballpark or sitting in a car waiting for somebody to get out of practice or sitting by the pool or whatever, just pop over to marleybird.com and see what's new, because there's going to be something new every single day. And remember, every single page view you do at Marley Bird, that helps us immensely. So we do appreciate that a lot. But as far as all the details for the actual Makealong, that will be coming as soon as I possibly can. Like,
yeah,
I can tell you tomorrow, but it probably won't be tomorrow. It'll probably be the next day. I don't know. As soon as I possibly can, I'm going to get you all the details for the Makealong so that you guys can be ready for that. And then be ready for him starting tomorrow. He has the video that's going here on YouTube. It's actual video. And then he has a reel that's going up so that to kind of tease the video. So he's got all sorts of stuff going on. So let's show some love. Remember smash the like button, you guys, if you don't mind, and hit subscribe. Click that little bell notification. And if you guys ever wondered who it was when I said, smash that like button, like my kids say, it was him. He was I did my first video. He's like, Mom, you got to say smash that like button. And I said, okay. So that's where it came from, like 12 years ago.
Very cute.
The little baby. All right. Okay. Well, we're going to let everybody go do their thing. And we will see you guys on Monday. Until then, have a great rest of the week. Bye, everybody.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.